Hi, my name is James. Welcome to this video. This will be very short and sweet, basic introduction to what you see when you log into WordPress. This is meant for the beginner user who's trying to bootstrap their own marketing, build their own WordPress website. Yeah, it can be a little bit intimidating to see all the things you can click. So I'm going to show you what's important, what's not important, demystify it all. Keep it under 10 minutes. Let's go. Let's make this fast. So what I did is I put together a demo site for you. This will be where we'll be going inside WordPress. This is a default installation, very generic, nothing fancy about this. And that's how WordPress is when you first create a new website. To log in, you're going to go to the top here where your web address is. You're going to add /wp-admin just like this. You're going to hit enter. It's going to take you to the login screen where you'll type in all your information. There's also a lost your password link in case you do have trouble logging in and you need to reset. You need to make sure your email address is correct so it gets into your inbox. So once I log in, this is what we're going to see. It will be different on every web host, every website. This is your dashboard. The dashboard itself is really not that important. It just gives you a quick overview of what is going on inside your site. You can kind of move things around and organize it depending on if there's anything important for you. I don't ever really look at it, but you will sometimes see notifications appear at the top when there's an update that needs to be done or something like that. So what is important is the left menu. This is where all the primary features and functions of WordPress will be found. The most important ones are the posts. These are your blog posts, your media library, and your pages. That's where all the content will live for your WordPress site. Posts are your blog posts. Media are all the images that you need to upload, background images, photos, PDFs, documents that people will download. You'll upload them here. Pages, it's all the core content. It's your home page, it's your about page, it's your contact page, any services pages. That's where you'll create those. You notice when I mouse over anything, it comes up with a little pop-up menu. That's where you can do things within that particular section, such as you can add a new post, you can add a new page, you can add a new library item. You can also click into any of these and it'll bring you inside to a more intimate view. And if I had a lot of posts created, here's a default one that comes with every WordPress site when it's brand new, but you'll see the list of all the posts that you've created. You can add new ones from here. You can filter them by categories if you've created categories, and categories can be added in this left menu as well. What categories are, it's a way to help your user find the content that they really want. And so if you have, let's say, a cooking website, you might want to organize the food items in categories such as there's vegan food, there's desserts, there's entrees, there's appetizers. Maybe that's how you want to create your categories. Tags, very similar notion. You can organize things so it's more searchable for your users. Media, it's a very easy thing to use. You can just drag and drop items into here. You can hit add new, and that will allow you to click to upload a file directly from your computer. And again, you can drag and drop into here. Pages is exactly like posts. You'll see the list of all the pages in here. You can add new ones. You'll notice that sometimes you can have drafts, and that's where you create content that you don't want public to have access to. So you can save it as a draft and perfect it, fix it, and when you are ready to publish it, you can make it available for public. Comments is where if you do have a blog, you can allow people to make comments on your posts. Those will appear here, and you might need to go in here to manage spam posts because you do get attacked with bots once in a while, and you can also respond to them here. Appearances is where you can begin to modify the look of your website, and that's where you'll install themes, for example. I'm going to click into themes and I'll just show you what it looks like. Themes is where you can choose whatever theme that looks ideal for your web design. So these are the default ones that are installed automatically. But when you go into add new, there are a lot of themes that you can choose from to install into your website and use. You'll have to look through them. Themes is a bigger subject I'm not going to get into, but this is where you would find themes that you can install and activate on your site. You can also look at the filtering tools to find the types of themes that maybe would work best for you. Also under appearances, depending on the theme that you have installed, there should be more items that will appear. So by default, this particular theme, you manage the menu and the footer and different widgets around, like the sidebars and that sort of thing. You would manage that by going into the editor. But normally what you would see is that more options here, like there would be menu items, there would be customization options for your theme and that kind of thing. So this is very important when you're first building out your website. Plugins is very similar to themes in the notion that you have to install things. So if I click into here, you can see what is currently installed, but you can also add more plugins. These are basically all the tools that you might want to use to make your website more functional, more usable, more pretty, whatever it is that the plugin is that you're wanting to install. There's tons of them available. I think there's something like 50,000 different plugins that you can install just within WordPress. You can also purchase different plugins that you can install and upload in here. Users is where you manage all the people who can edit and work on your website. So you have a default admin account. That's the account that you have to log in, but you can also create more user accounts for, say, colleagues, for yourself, for different purposes. There's also subscribers to your website. So somebody who might be joining a membership site, if yours is going to be like that, you'll see all your subscribers that would appear in this list, and you can manage the users here. You can do things like editing the password if the password is lost. You can initiate reset of password. You can adjust personal information like the name, email address, things like that. In general, tools are not things that you'll touch very much unless you're installing a plugin and that plugin is managed within the tool section. So by the way, if you install a theme or a plugin, you're going to notice this left menu is going to change a little bit. And that's because you need to be able to adjust the settings and the features of those particular plugins or themes. So you might see something you install and the way to manage it will appear underneath the tools section, or the plugins might also appear under settings. And these are all things that you can manage as far as general settings of the WordPress site itself, of how people can interact, say whether they can comment or not comment. You can adjust kind of the overall name of the WordPress site right here and tagline. You can adjust what the home page is set. So you can make any page the home page of your website. If you go into the reading section here, you'll be able to choose where the home page is for your site. This is an overview of everything in WordPress very quickly, just to help you understand what all these things are. Something else that's useful is this top bar. This top bar is useful especially when you go into your website. So if I, in my browser, open up my website, I'm logged in, you notice this bar still stays here. Without me having to go into the backend, I can manage things from here. I can add a new post, I can add a new media item, I could add a page. I could also edit a page from here. So if I were to navigate somewhere in my website, I could edit that page just by using this top bar. And if I need to get back into my backend, I would just click this right here. And now I'm back in the inside of WordPress. So I hope this helps. This is just a very, very quick overview of WordPress. There's a lot more detail, obviously, when you drill into it and you start using these items. But once you know where things are, you can begin to kind of find your way through the site and begin to create your own content. I'm going to be doing more videos of this type where I do get into some of the details. For now, though, if you want to comment below and ask a question or anything that I showed you, by all means, send me a note. I'd love to respond. The goal of this whole channel is to help people who are bootstrapping their marketing and to give you knowledge and tools so that you can do things yourself. I want to be helpful. Ask me questions. I'd love to answer. Thanks for watching. I hope you watch another video and we'll catch you later.